Hello, in today's lecture, we're going to discuss the software, the SAS Enterprise Miner, and also mention how to use that for exploratory data analysis. So as a motivated example, we will look at this HMEQ dataset. So in this dataset, a financial service company that offers a home equity line of credit to its client. And the company has offered about 6,000 loans in the past. And about 20% of these applications have defaulted on their loans. So basically they have some bad records in their loans. And then the goal of this project is to use 12 variables, including the geographic and demographic and financial variables, to build a credit score model to predict whether an application will default, and also understand how each input variable contributes to default. So we have two goals here: predict the default and understand the contribution of each input variables. So here's an illustration of the data set. And the data set is available to download. There are two data. One is hmeq.sas7b.dat. This is basically the SAS data file. And another one is a CSV file. Okay, so that's available to download in the website. And here's the summary information of the feature names. So as you can see from the first column, the name bad refers to either this loan or this customer default or not. If bad equals 1 means default and bad equals 0 means paid back. And here the bad is a binary variable, so we'll have values either 1 or 0. And the other 12 variables include loan, which refer to the amount of loan request, and mortgage due, amount due to existing mortgage. And on the right hand side, you can see a part of the data set. First column is bad with value 1, 0, and second column loan refer to amount of loan request, and mortgage due refer to the amount due to existing mortgage. And we have other values. For example, reason, that's binary variable. So binary variable means it only has two values, either home improvement or debt consolidation. Okay. We also have a job. That's a job of the consumer. The job is either, we have 6 job categories: officer, a sales manager, and so on and so forth. Okay. There are some interesting features. For example, DROG. That's the number of major derogatory reports. And delink, that's number of delinquent trade lines. So basically that's in terms of history, what's the bad records, how many bad records does this customer have. Okay, and the last one called debt income ratio. That's debt income ratio. If this number is large, typically means the debt is large. Okay, so here's the summary information of the data set. And we'll use this data as a motivated example and to illustrate how can we use SAS Enterprise Miner to predict the target in bad or not using these 12 input variables. So since we're using SAS Enterprise Miner, we'll first introduce what is a SAS Enterprise Miner and how to use the SAS EM. So basically, SAS defines data mining as a process of 5 components, including sampling, exploring, modifying, modeling, and assessing. So for short, that's called SEMMA, of large amount data to uncover unknown patterns. So here, sample means in case the data set is large, we want to generate a subset of the original data. So that's called sampling. And explore means we can use exploitation of the data set to get some basic information or description of the data. And modify means we can select or transform variables, or we can also fill in missing values of the original data set. So that's basically the data pre-process step. And the fourth one is called a model. That's basically modeling steps. So we can apply all kinds of supervised learning algorithm to do predictive modeling. And the final step is called access. So basically, we want to evaluate the accuracy and usefulness of the models. So here's a SAS Enterprise Miner outline. So basically, we will see this kind of window when we open the Enterprise Miner. Here are some short introduction of this outline. The first two rows, that's computer toolbar. So from the toolbar, you can select file, editor, and so on and so forth. And this part is called project panel. Basically, we will create some project and create library, data source, and create a diagram. And this part is called a property panel, or you can say that's optional panel. Based on, this is an illusion of a logistic regression. So you can choose a regression type. You can specify the parameters for your regressions. And on the right-hand side, we have EM toolbar. From toolbar, you can select sample, a few options, explore a few options, and so on and so forth. And the main component is called diagram workspace. So diagram workspace is the place you want to do all the analysis. And the bottom part is navigation toolbar. You can enlarge or minimize the website. So we will show how to get to this website and how to use each EM toolbar to do the analysis. So if you would like to get some help about SAS Enterprise Miner, very good resources is the EM online support. So you can click this link and then scroll down to the get started part. So here's a get started. And then you can watch the videos about these 5 components. And also there are some basic information about these 5 components. You can also use the textbook that's called Data Mining Using SAS Enterprise Miner and to learn the introduction of the SAS EM. And finally, another help manual is the one in the SAS EM software, and that's the part we're going to discuss in detail in the next lectures.